and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing issue 5 of our Snoopy house build, and just to let you know, Kirsty will definitely be back with the next lot of issues when we get them. So in this one we're going to need basically everything that we've been building so far. So we're going to need the back wall from the relaxing at home scene, which we started right at the start in the first 2 issues. The baseball scene that we've been working on in the last 2 issues as well. We're just going to be adding some more stuff to it and putting the base on. There's quite a bit to do. You will need a screwdriver, and I believe you're going to need some glue as well, which we've got. So let's crack on. Okay, so we're going to have a look at issue 5. So as you can see, I'm going to be putting some more pictures on, and we're going to be building up the main scene. I would call this the main scene, which is the baseball team scene. And we've also got shows order there, and obviously we're going to be building quite a lot of the scene up. So let's go right through that. Once again, we come on to the character gallery there. Some of his best bits there. The roof is always the best. Snoopy and his doghouse, which we're building. So now we're getting into landmarks into the magazine. Then we come on to February. So we've gone through the years in the previous ones. So we had January, and these are February ones. And then we have the little sort of quotes there, which is good. I really like these little comic strips, so it's worth keeping the magazines just for them. So yeah, that's the magazine. So let's revert back to that. This is number 5. So these are all pack 5 or pieces for 5. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is obviously open this up. Now there is probably going to be quite a bit in this part. And there we go. I don't think there's any more in there. Nope. So we've got the pictures. We have little houses, fence. Okay, so what we need to do here is we need to identify the 2 sections, because obviously this will have 2 scenes on. So as you can see, if we spin it around here, you can see that one side is bigger, has longer of these rods than the other side. So the bigger rod side is our baseball scene, which goes here. The other side is a scene called A Trip Out Together, and that is that scene there. So what we've got to do first is we're going to drop a little bit of glue into these recesses just here. And then we're going to put that into there like that, just to hold it in. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so we've glued that in like that. You can see the glue just drying out just there. Then what we're going to do is grab our scene, and then that is going to sit on there like that. We've got some screws here, and what we're going to do is screw this underneath. Now I'm just going to put the glue back for now. So just need to make sure that this goes on properly, and then we can start screwing it in. Now we've got 6 screws to put in, and obviously I'm not waiting for the glue to dry, though it is quick setting, so it's fine. There we go. Okay, so that is on. Let's get these out. Let me grab my screwdriver. So we got the free screwdriver, which is here. So I'm going to use actually that one, but I do occasionally use our one. This is the one, my Pacific one for all builds I use. You can use the free one, so I'm going to use that one today. Now we've got to try and pick this up. Be a little bit gentle with it. So I'm going to stick the first one in here, nice and tight. And then I'm going to drop the other one into there. And that one in the middle. So these ones are easier to put in. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and put in those 3 there. Okay, so that is on. Now this is obviously a little bit sort of wobbly still because it's not supported by anything other than the bottom, but it is on there. And when you screw in it, make sure you screw as tight as you can. You want there to be a tight seal along the bottom here, which is we've got. Okay, so we've done that. Also as well, you do get a spare screw. So if you lose one, you do have a spare. Don't worry as well, because I know there's a tendency of worrying where this screw goes because you've got enough screws, but you do get one spare. They normally give you one spare of each type of screw, and this is our spare one. So if you do make a mistake, you have got a spare, or it goes and gets eaten by the carpet monster. So we're going to put these little houses in. So we've got these 2 little houses here, which are just sort of, these are sort of background houses. They're going to sit at the back here. So as you can see, there are 2 gaps here. So the first house is going to sit here, and you can push that down. You can glue them in if you like. I'm just going to test push them at the minute, and then I will glue these in. So that will go in there like that. So that's going to sit like that. The next is we're going to need the fence panel. So this is our fence panel here, and it's going to sit this way, that way towards the edge, and this is going to sit into this gap. Once again, I will end up gluing this all in as well, so we just need to sort of push this in, making sure. So that's going to sit in here. So you can see where it's got to sit. There is grass there, so it needs to just, you do sort of have to, there we go, there we go, it's going. It's really, I'll tell you what's really difficult with the back on. I think the back should have gone on. There we go. So that's in place. Once again, I will go over these and glue them in. These are sort of what I would call a dry fit before I go gluing them. Then we've got sort of the fence, which is just here. Just trying to get the plastic off it, isn't playing ball. So once again, I believe this is going in here. It's going to sit behind here. It's going to go into this groove. You can just about make it out here, but that is where that is going to sit on there. It's going to sit sort of behind like that. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so as you can see, that is it. It should sit flush on this side and in here as well. I'm going to go ahead and glue them in later. We can also stick all the little figures in. So we can stick her. We don't glue these in just yet. They literally just get placed in. Now obviously he won't sit because he does need gluing, but I can get him to sit slightly. And then our normal one, the one we got this time around, which is him, he is going to sit in there. So we're now coming close to actually finishing this scene. We've got 3 characters just to go on as well. But this scene is nearly finished already. There's not a lot to it. We've obviously still got to build the sides up and the roof section, because these are in sort of purpose-built little boxes that can come in and out. But I might be able to pick it up and move it so I can show you. Maybe not. Right. Because obviously the characters are not placed in, they just sit in. So let me hold him and you can sort of see that. So it's looking really good. And the characters are really nice as well. They're sort of well made. So that's what we've got so far for this scene. I'm going to put them aside because we will be putting them in at some point. And that is exactly how it should look at the end of this one. So we're going to be moving on to do some paintings on the first scene we're doing. So that's what I'm going to bring over now. So let me just tidy up. We'll put that over there like that. And we're going to bring in our other scene, which is here. So that is our other scene. So basically what we're going to do is add the rest of these 4 pictures that we have just here where these holes are. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so what we need to do is we've got the little pictures here and the frames and making sure that they are the right way up. And we can do that just by looking at the tabs on the back and making sure that, that is the right way up. And that one as well. So that sort of sits up there. So we know that they're all the right way up. So the first one we're going to put on is our, I don't know what that is that Godzilla? It's a mountain, but it looks like it from a distance. Look, there's the eye, there's the mouth. Anyway, we're going to stick that on this one here. I'm just going to make sure that that is the right way up. It is indeed. Okay, so we're going to pull the little sticker off. And we're going to line it up. I'm just going to stick it on. So that one's going to go there. Then we've got the little house picture, which is here, which should have a flat top. A little sticker, so we're just going to pull it off. It does, which is brilliant. So once again, we are just going to put that on. That fits in perfect. Then we've got the half one. So this is the next one to go on. So what I'm doing is I'm going to put them where they go, effectively, so we don't sort of get too muddled up here. Once again, like that. It's not perfect, that one. And then I've got this one. There we go. So this is the only full picture. We've got, so that one's gonna go. There we go. Got there in the end. Okay, so what we're going to do is just like we've done with that painting, is we're just going to push them into the holes, like so. And then they're going to fall out because, you know, that's what happens. So we've got these 2 here. So what we're going to do is spin it round, get an old glue. And what I'm actually going to do is just glue here, just there, just at the top there, That should be enough just to hold that on. And we've got this one. So once again, I'm just gonna glue there like that, and these should hold perfect. Now it does say to glue them from the back, but the way I'm doing it, I think it's an easier option. You do get glue, remember, with this build, and we've got sort of 2 lots now. So that's going to sit on like that. And then once again, this one, we're just going to put a double glue around the top here, just like that, and place that in like that. And there we go. Let's put the lid back on. And there we go. So, and that's it.